Mute. Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome everybody to RGBlink webinar. My name is Levi. Thank you all for your connection. I hope we can offer you a little different with others webinar you might have joined. Now I will introduce the webinar rules. In webinar, please put your question in the question and answer section or in the chat windows during the PowerPoint showing. If a question is unable to be answered during the section, the RGBlink team member will respond directly via email. So please leave your email in the chat windows. We really hope this is interactive and engaging as possible as we wish. So in question and answer section, if you have any questions or suggestions, we can unmute your microphone. You are welcome to talk or discuss with us online. Next, please welcome Mr. Alpha, who will introduce the RGBlink solution in the meeting and the conference system in detail. Take it away.
Okay. Let me share my PPT. Hello everyone. I'm Alpha. Thank you for Mr. Levy's introduction. Today I'd like to share my idea on the meeting and conference solution with you. In here, we have two topics to discuss with you. The first one, meeting requirements and values, and the second one, RGBlink meeting solution. Now let's use the 5W to discover the meeting and conference requirement and use how to know what solutions RGBlink can provide you. 5W means one, where, who, what, and why. Let's check those questions together one by one. The first one, when will we start a meeting? Is it depends on our mind, on our mood? I believe the answer is not, because meeting or conference are focused on to find a solution or make a plan. So in here we have a keywords, real-time presentation, contents. Now, net meetings become more and more popular in our life, especially in now. We know we need meeting to arrange our job or make a plan. So real time is very, very important in when will we hold a meeting. The second, where the meeting or conference hold. Hi, Levi.
Yes.
And you must have joined many meetings or conference before. So where have you joined those meetings?
Maybe some meeting in the room, like the meeting room or other room, and some through the internet.
Yes. So in here, we have separated it into local presentation and remote presentation. Local presentation means everyone talk in face to face, and they discussed the questions or problems and solve those questions directly. Remote presentation always happened in conference, and it has two very important parts in here: audio conference and video conference. But both of them must in sync. Let's check them one by one. First one is a meeting. Everyone can talk and discuss with others in face-to-face. And the second one is a conference. It means you need to talk or discuss with others through the internet or the land. Third, who will take part in the meeting? Actually, it's very easy to answer the questions. There are three kinds of persons in the meeting. Like the first one show, present speaker. To chair a meeting, switch different voice or contents from a controlled panel. The second, attendees. Attendees discuss the meeting or conference themes. And the third, teleconference personnel. To hear the themes or contents in the meeting or conference only. The fourth, what kind of communication in the meeting? Actually, in here, there are two kinds of communications in our life on the meeting or conference. The first one, interactive communication. It means everyone can talk and discuss all questions face-to-face and make a decision or make a plan directly. Everyone can suggest or join. Then we call it interactive communication. The second is for training to showing something or explain others and explain technology update or anything to audience. We call it presentation communication. The last one, why we need a meeting or conference. Hi, Levi.
Yes.
What will you focus on in the meeting?
In the meeting, we have same goals. Maybe we want to make an agreement.
Yes. Actually, we need to make an agreement. That is very important for the meeting. And also, we need to think about the solution or make a plan. And finally, we need to execute the plan or solution for a result. Just now, we threw the 5W to discover the requirement in meeting or conference, like a communication method, persons, goals, and so on. And what is our final goals for 5W? Actually, those requirements is to drive for a quality communication. Based on those requirements or those 5 informations, let me introduce how RGBlink can provide in the meeting and conference project. By the way, if you have any questions or problem, just throw them in the message box or chat window. We will answer your question at the Q&A section. This is a meeting or conference configuration. Hi, Lady.
Yes.
What can you see in the picture?
Oh, I can see these two devices, VSP628 Pro and GX4. And what is this green L and the purple L?
Yes. From the signal input and signal select, signal process to the controlled consoles, and to the cloud signal transmission, and through our device. Finally, it showed on the screen like a projector, LED or LCD. And in the meeting, we know they always have a audio device. The green one is a cloud solution for remote presentation. If you are in a local presentation, like talk in face to face, you don't need it. So just forget about this part. Now we have separated this configuration into several parts to explain each of them more details. Let's check the first one. Thinner areas. Let me show it. More details for you. Thinner areas one, including thinner input and process. Hi, Levi.
Yes.
Do you know what kinds of signal always happened in the meeting?
A signal like this show HDMI.
Yes.
And VGA.
Yes. So we note in the meeting room or conference room application that they always have many different signal input, and both of them in different like HDMI, VGA, or in the same or in HDMI interface. In this picture, there have no equipment in here. Why? Because the control room must far away from the meeting room. But on the tables, they have a quick connector box, and it supports different kinds of interface. To connect with those quick connect box, you need a device that can compatible with different kinds of interface. So in here, we can provide VSP628 port to meet these requirements in the control room. It supports seven kinds of input to compatible with normal signal type, and use module input design to offer a flexible application. On the optional output, VSP628 ports also support HD best and fibers. That means you can connect online directly. VSP628 port also support 12-bit image quality to offer a higher color renditions for our vision. And also support de-interaction and lower latency functions to show the more better effect on display. About the latency, it's about 1 frame only, very, very low. Let's check the second part. It's a controlled areas. Let's check it in detail. In the controlled area where it uses a large consoles, like the picture showed, the answer is not, because it's too large. It must, the console for meeting or conference must in small size and easy to control. Just like the panel here on the tables. So in the meeting and conference controlled area, we have a key goal to meet customers' requirements. Small size with 8-inch touch panel and also with NAND ports to control. And it built-in wireless and wired connections. That is a very, very important features for meeting and conference application. You can use one key to loading different things, one key to change between several devices. All you need just use one key or one button to realize the future that you want. Now let's check the third part. The third part, cloud transmission area. Let me show it in detail. In this part, we called it encode and decode technology, as the technology very mature and stable. So we'd like to introduce our famous partner. Maybe someone have heard the name. RGBlink can offer you a better plan on this part. It can solve the image quality and latencies on internet. Now let's check the final part, displayed area in details. We know that in different meeting or conference have a different requirement in the screen, like projector, LED, LCD. Also, the audios must separate from the independent audio, must separate for independent audio equipment. So let me show one of our project for you. Hi, Levi.
Yes.
What can you see on the picture?
Oh, I can see a big screen and two speakers.
Yes. You can see in the middle is a big LED display. And there are two black independent audio equipment or speaker on the left and the right side. Can we use one machine to meet this requirement? The answer is yes. We provide our GX4 to meet this requirement. GX4 provides embedded and external audio interface to separate the audios for independent audio equipment or speaker. GX4 with DVI output compatible with HDMI, and it also supports universal standing cards to build in and that you can connect LED display directly. You can build the universal standing card in here. GX4 also can support picture-in-picture for 2K content. Just now, Emma mentioned GX4 compatible with universal standing card. But in here, you can choose our Quattro standing card. This is Quattro standing card for LED controlled solution. In our company, it is named Shibito LED controlled system. We have several advantages with others, like this one software to control and remote cloud monitoring, dynamic pinned assignment. For more information about our Shibito controlled system, we will have other webinars to introduce in details. So maybe you have a question. If your display over 2K, what can RGB do? What can RGBlink provide you? Don't worry, we have a Flex series. Can provide you the floor spacing on a large size LED or LCD display. Maybe some of them will ask, how about multi-image and multi-windows when spacing on large display? Don't worry, we have X series like S2, S3, S7, and S40. For more details about our X series, we will have other webinars to introduce this series in details. Now, let me show one of our projects in Germany for you. In this project, customer need multi-image and up to 12 images when spacing on a large LED display. In here, you can see it's a large display, LED display. And this is our solution for this project. You can see that I have many camera signals input, and we offer one X7 to realize the requirements. And in here, you can see it supports 4K input. Because 4K signal have entered our life for many years, and it becomes more and more popular. For now, we have a 4K display like a 4K LED, 4K LCD, and also 4K projector. So we provide 4K products years ago and got a very high market reputation. And this is our 4K meetings and conference solution. You can see we change some equipment in 3 parts. In here, we change it into D4. In here, we change it into Flex Pro 8. And here, we use MSP 311. Let me show you in detail. D4 presentation switcher and support 4 independent 4K at 60 Hz signal in and 2 4K at 6 Hz output out. Also, it built in HDCP 2.2 technology. About Flex Pro 8, it supports up to 16 in and 8 out. Also support 4K at 60 Hz. In the output, you can see here, you can choose our Quattro sending card also. On Flex Pro 8, we will have other webinars to introduce the detail in future. And about the D4, last webinars we have introduced it. And you can review it on the YouTube or on the website, on our website. And in the third part, we have MSP 311 to separate the audio from the 4K content and no latency in audio equipment. But in 4K content, we have one very important component to introduce for you. Premium cable for 4K signals. In here, we have 3 advantages to compare with others. First, each size we have a lock. We have a lock screw in both sides to offer a more stable connection. Second, in here you can see we have a label on both sides that you can mark the signal, which signal in and out. And the third part, we provide the cable, the cap in both sides to keep the interface clear after application. In this picture, we'd like to show you one more product that is very important for meeting or conference. The second product, we call it AOC. It uses HDMI interface, but the cable uses fiber cable, and it up to 300 meters. Hi, Levi.
Yes.
Now we are in webinars. We have several cameras in our studios. Can the preview solution be applied on the webinar?
We have so many signal like camera and PC, and need to in one and upload to the internet through the internet to others. I don't think so. Need to some other.
Actually, we need to combine the different signals into a new content and through our computer to share it to our customers directly. We call it Cloud Live Demo. Let me show it in details for you. This is a configuration about Cloud Live Demo. You can see many cameras, signals, input, and both of them via flex 4ML to process and become a new content for the capture. And it's through our computer to share the contents with you, with customers. It always be applied on introduction operation. And in here the T goals used for editing the contents through an external display. Just follow my step. I will introduce them one by one and more detail. Now let's check the first part, signal areas in detail. You can see there are three cameras. There are three cameras in connector with flex 4ML. And both cameras in different position to show the different contents. Like the first one to show the demos, and the second to show the operation, the third to show the interface. But through the flex 4ML, those signals have been processed and combined to become a new content. About the flex 4ML features or applications, we will have webinars to introduce more details tomorrow at the same time. In the same time. So after editing, those camera signals have become like this. Here to show the interface, and in right part to show the operation, and the middle to show the demo. So in here, you may have a question, how we realize this content? Just follow me, I will introduce. Now we enter the second part, control areas. Let me show it in detail. You can use our T goal, and this is our T goal, and it supports an external display to editing the contents in export software. Tigo have a built-in export software already, and also it can control through USB or your keyboard. For the third part, connection area. We use the capture to transfer into a new contents and show it on our PC, and we share our contents on our PC to customers through the internet. And now we have through the Drone software to share our contents. So in this project, in this area, we can provide our MSP 231. It applied on a cloud live demo application for a long time and quite stable for the capture features. Any questions on them? Any questions on them? Just send your question on the message box or chat window. We will answer all of your questions in Q&A section. Now let's check some of our meeting and conference project. For this project in Thailand, and use our M3 for spacing on a large LED display. And this project is in Kuwait for interactive communication and use our X2 for spacing on LCD video wall. And this project in Germany for SAP head office use our X7 to output multi-image when spacing on large LED display. Just now we have introduced this project. And this project in Xiamen for BRICS meeting use several of our products like S3, DSP, 628 Pro, MS, A424 for monitors, MSP 200 Pro for gene lock feature. In here, we'd like to introduce VSP 628 Pro because why it can be applied on this project? Because our customer needs the lowest latency and higher image quality. So VSP 628 Pro can meet their requirements and latency about 1 frame. And this project is CCTV Spring Festival Gala opening meeting, and it uses our X14. This project is a async education exchange meeting with our X1, Pro E, and X2. And this project in Shanghai, SCO Summit 2018, also use our VSP 628 Pro. And the 628 Pro have been applied on broadcaster for many years and got a very high market reputation. This project is Jihua Security Project. Use our X2 device. Those are part of our meeting and conference project. And the presentation is done you must have many questions unnamed. So let's enter the Q&A section and get back to our colleague, Mr. Levy.
Thanks, Safa. Now is our exciting Q&A section, and if you have question, you can write in the chat windows, or you can show yourself up in chat box. Any question? Thank you. Thank you.
拉到第四讲一下第四吧。
第四，
有群里面有问题啊？
你讲一下第四，第四他问12句。
你 PPT 回到第四。Yes, I heard. I saw some question about D4. Now I saw some question about D4. Now back to D4 to explain the D4 SDI. Wait a moment.
你切出去，对，聚焦，
分享
聚焦过来。
已经是你知道。
没有，我这边没有聚焦到。
你过去。
Okay, now back to the default PowerPoint. 干嘛？你干嘛？
讲它有输入卡，干嘛呢？讲它的输入接口。
讲输入接口。
In the pictures, you can see there have three kinds of input.
Oh. All kinds.
There have 4 kinds of input, like HDMI 2.0, DP 1.2, 12G SDI, and also we support 3G SDI. And D4 can support 4 independent 4K at 60 Hz input. And on the output, there are 2 HDMI 2.0 output. And you can see they have a DP 1.2 output. It's an optional output module for backup function. Means it can show the same contents.
Any
other question?
About the default? Any other question, or about the other part in the PowerPoint? Have other questions? You can type in the chat box. We will answer.
Now I'd like to introduce D4's feature. You can use 2 HDMI 2.0 to splicing for an 8K 2K display. And they have one very important feature on D4. You can use one HDMI 2.0 to output 4 4K signals on one 4K display.
Okay, thanks, Hafa. And Mike, one question is, it kept automatically EDID? 自动会学 EDID 吗？ The answer is yes. And if the friend source has the EDID, you will detect automatically. And also you could edit the EDID through our default from the through the button.
And in default, the EDID now can support up to AK1K.
Eagle question is, does Flex 4ML support 4K output cards? So we can show that card. 4K output card.
Yeah.
现在是否4K输出？
Actually, Flex 4ML's technology based on X1 Pro E, and it will replace X1 Pro E in future. It just on the output part, it just supports 2K output. But if you want to for the 4K, but if you want to use it on 4K display or to show the 4K content, you can use 4 dpi output spacing. And the difference with the X1 Pro E, it can output multi-image. We will introduce Flex 4ML tomorrow in details and show the operation introduction.
Like X1 Pro E. Some cases Flex.
Any other question? So if you have a microphone and you have a question, we can unmute your microphone that you can talk with us directly. Just write up your hand.
Okay. I unmute you. You can talk now.
Okay, I have a question on your large video processors like X4, the larger video processors. Can you tell me what is the complete backplane bandwidth that processor can support? Hello.
Hello, sir. Could you repeat your question again? It's not clear.
Okay, my question is, you have your video processor, the large video processor like X56. So
Yes.
I want to know what is the backplane total bandwidth in fully loaded situation.
Police situation.
Like one. Like one.
I mean the total backplane bus. You have this video bus, right, for input and output cards. So
Yeah.
what is the video bus total bandwidth?
Video.
Wait a moment.
Wait a moment. We have a.
Miss Ben will respond.
And our colleague will answer your question. Please wait a moment.
Hello, the question is from Mr. Rhyme, right?
Yes.
Hello. The
Hello?
question is from Mr. Rhyme. A question about what's the bandwidth for the D4 on the back panel.
Yes.
Is this your question?
Yes, correct.
Okay. The bandwidth for the D4 is for double or 4K capacity. So it's for the 2K, for the 4K capacity.
No. Can you
And
show
if
me?
you want to use the gigabit to description about the bandwidth, you can say that's the 24 gigabit.
Okay. Can you show me the big video wall image processors, the X56, the big processor?
You mean the video wall processor like
Yes.
S14 or S7?
Yes, correct. The bigger ones.
Sure.
你那个切到
Yeah.
到叉七那个
现在切。
Wait a moment.
Yeah, we can send you detailed information about the S14 video wall controller information by email to you, and if you need more detailed question or how to use that, we have some tutorial video also can share with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Ram.
Any other question? Oh. Yeah, I will. YouTube, yes. Well, I will share the address later, and you can see our record on the YouTube or our official website. We upload after the webinar. Okay, thanks. Okay, question.
Any more question? We can answer you online. And if you have a microphone,
And I unmute your microphone. You can answer your question. So you can say your question.
yes, we should work hard.
Yeah.
We will unmute your microphone.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. I'm having a question. Like you talked about TGO. So can you tell me about the TGO? Like it's a software or is it the hardware, software both?
Tigo.
You mean the Tigo?
Yeah.
T-Gold is a smart console that have a built-in export software in it.
Okay, can I use iPad with the app Tigo?
And
Tigo is the hardware, but inside has our official software Expose, and you can install the Expose in the iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can use iPad for the Tigo. Yes or no?
actually, Tigo is a consortium. So if you want to the third party to control it, Tigo without the open API. But we have most of our products that have an open API, so you can control through iPad or others device, but not control the Tigo.
Okay.
Okay, so
the question
Tigo-
from sorry.
Tigo works.
I think your question is talking about you want to connection to Tigo with the iPhone, right? This can be done with the Expose app. You can go to the Apple Store. We have the Expose app. You can download. We will update this app version very soon, and you can see more RGBlink products can be controlled by app from iPhone or from the Android phone.
Okay. I have one last question. I want to know what is the maximum pixel capacity for X2 for the LED screen?
The S2 pixel capacity for the outputs in total is 32 kk. So it's 32 kk pixels.
Okay, and it has 16 outputs. Okay.
Yeah, measurement is for 16 outputs exactly.
16. So what is the maximum of one output?
Each of the output measurement is 2 kk pixels. It's 2 million pixels. So you can use the 204A by 1152 and 60 to calculation this output resolution capacity.
No 4K outputs.
If you want to have a 4K outputs, you can have customized output resolution. The measurement resolution for each output we suggested is the 3840 by 640 pixels. So it's not really 4K by 2K. Horizontal is 4K, but vertically is 25.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other question?
No question? Any question? We can unmute your microphone that you can talk with us online.
We have this talk on.
There is a question from Mr. JD. JD talking about can we have more video tutorial to be online? The answer is yes. We will put more tutorial video on YouTube for sure. There is a question from Mr. Eagle. The question is about Tigo has the preview, but on iOS or Android, there is no preview. Tigo has the preview extending with the extending monitor. This cannot do by iOS or Android because iOS or Android phone, it cannot has the extending monitor as easy as like Tigo. If you check with the Tigo information, Tigo has the HDMI output interface, so you can connection to external monitor directly and preview all the information on this monitor. For iOS and Android, that's based on what kind of phone you have. You have some is with the Type C, some is with the display port. You need to extending this kind of interface by adapter to the extending monitors. But with the expose for this kind of preview, we will try to make it all supported by iOS or Android phone also. The question is, the third question is, are you going to developing capacity with the IGOTA text controller? Okay, the IGOTA text controller, I think you are talking about stream deck. Yes, the answer is yes. We are developing the stream deck to be compatible by Tigo. So you can use a stream deck like a keyboard for the for your video control systems. This kind of information we will release with the firmware and release with the expose to be coming on the May. There is a question from Mr. Mike. Each model has the different expose version. For now, we had two versions of the expose. One version is expose 1.0. Another version is expose 2.0. And you can find in the description on these two expose supported equipment list. With different equipment, you need to use the expose to support it. But the good news is we are almost come to supported all the RGBlink video processor or equipment with the expose 2.0. We hopefully to make this close update on the expose 2.0.3.6 or something on Mate versions. There is a question about window fly wind record presets. So you are looking for the fly transition effects. The fly transition effects is the depend on the video wall controller which one you are using. We will update this function for the Flash Pro 8 only, and we will update on the S14 also, but this is the we will inform you with the timeline. Thank you for your questions. Thank you, Mr. Mike. I think for now that's all the questions put on the message box.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for your joining, and please. And thank you for your joining the webinar. I would like to ask your feedback so we can improve the experience and product solution. Please take 1 minute to help us on the feedback by the link I share in the box. I'll share again. Please help to forward webinar. And any suggestion or advice, you can enter in this link. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Alex. And we will upload And this is the next webinar time tomorrow 3 p.m. and China time. And we will upload the recording video after this ending, and you can find the video or some films through this link. And tomorrow we will talking about the flex format multi-layer video wall splicing to introduce the details we mentioned in this PowerPoint.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining.
See you tomorrow.
And see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.
See you.
Bye bye.